Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from Kentucky. This is a super fast video. Um, I rarely make a personal rant video, but I'm going to make one now because I'm fucking pissed off. So I woke up this morning just to find out that once again, our ex, formerly known as Twitter account, has been canceled. And just like the old fascist left-wing Twitter, they pull the same shit. They just cancel you. They give you some amorphous bullshit reason like, oh, it was a violation of, but they don't tell you which tweet did it. They don't tell you what happened. They don't give you a chance to fix it. They don't give you like a second chance. As much as I dislike Facebook, at least there'll be like little warnings that pop up that they'll say like, "Are you sure you want to post this? Do you want to edit it first?" Or else they'll if they do suspend delete a Facebook post, there'll be a little thing where you can request a review or something. Not with X. When it comes to this kind of shit, X has not changed one bit from the old extremist left-wing cancel culture Twitter. Not a bit. But let me tell you something about X. X is bullshit. I'm not even going to try to get back on X. I'm just going to use the other stuff more. Fuck X. That's my rant for today. Fuck X. X is bullshit. Let me tell you something. X put on a big show about free speech, and they let some, high name, high profile conservatives back on, like Trump, obviously, for example. And there was a whole slew of fairly high profile conservatives who had been canceled and throttled and all kinds of stuff during the Twitter years. And, the high profile people, they got some action. But when it comes to the small fry, the small person like you and me, nothing has changed. I don't know if it's the old algorithms left over from the Twitter days. I don't know if it's some old Twitter deep state leftover Twitter assholes that are still working there. I'm not quite sure which one it is. It could be both. But the old conservative cancel culture from Twitter is alive and well at X, and don't fool yourself into thinking otherwise. So fuck X. I'm gonna put some links in this video to our other social media. Please, help us out a little bit. We're pretty much nobodies, but we could use a few views. So follow us on the other media. If you're on X, think twice about that, because that's bad what they're doing. They put on a big show and they're not even real about it. We're on True. I'm on Truth Social. At this point I consider Truth Social to be the main go-to social media for us. We're on Parler. Parler, it's funny that Parler started out as the go-to for people who were tired of Twitter, but somehow Parler fucked it up. I don't know what happened. And then they went away, and now they're back, but they can't seem to recapture that initial lightning bolt. But what the hell? I'm on Parler anyway. I'm on Getter, which is kind of, I still don't really haven't made up my mind about Getter. I'm not quite sure. I mean, they've never deleted any posts, and they've never warned me about anything. So, I mean, I guess they're pretty free speech, so Getter, it's spelled Gettr. Now, we are on Facebook, but Facebook is they're horrible. I'm just on it just to be on it. But it's, I don't put much stock in Facebook. But Truth Social, I would say, is our main go-to. Now, we're on, when it comes to video sites, we're on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. Odyssey sucks. You know, I started posting on Odyssey, and because I started, I haven't stopped. But I don't like Odyssey at all. I mean, not because they cancel or anything like that. It's just it sucks. You can't. There's no view. And we're on YouTube, but fuck YouTube. YouTube still pulls the same old bullshit they've always pulled. You know, they're part of Google. They're part of the extremist left wing people who cancel information, throttle information. You know, hey, I've seen some YouTube videos that I know for a fact should have had thousands and thousands of views and likes, and it'd be like 20 likes. You know, maybe like the most popular person on Fox News put something out and you get like 20 likes. They're like, no way that's right. There is no. So YouTube is still the same old bullshit. So fuck YouTube. Odyssey sucks. I'm on BitChute, and again, BitChute is, to their credit, a free speech platform. Unfortunately, they're really free speech. I mean, they allow anything on, including real Nazis, not the fake Nazis that the Democrats talk about, but I mean Nazis, and they attack conservatives like me. And so I don't really care for the crowd over at BitChute. So, but Rumble, so I would say Rumble is the best for video. And so, of all of our social media sites, and I'm going to put them all in the description, and I would appreciate if you're on any of them uh, to follow us and like some of our stuff. I really would appreciate that. Um, I would recommend joining them all just to get a taste of what's going on. But I would say that of all the video sites, Rumble is my favorite. And now, when it comes to social media sites, now True Social is my favorite. Um, and True Social is, I will say, our main one. So man, that's it. I just had to rant about X. X is bullshit. They have not changed their ways. Oh, I know one other thing regarding the X deal. Like I said, they don't tell you what you did wrong. They just give you some bullshit about violating the rules, but they're not specific, and you can't fix it. They don't give you a chance to fix it. But I think what it was is I made I posted about the Proud Boys. And this is another area where X is fucked up, and frankly, all kinds of other people are fucked up when it comes about to the Proud Boys. Now, we all know, okay, and the funny thing, and here's the irony about this. Elon Musk has personally experienced, right? He has now, after Doge, when he was posting all those wonderful facts about waste and fraud in Doge, and what he got in return, the violence from the left. I mean, how soon it will be forgotten already that Trump and Doge and Elon Musk were exposing massive fraud and waste in the government. We've forgotten about all that. Now we're on to Charlie Kirk and other stuff, and we cannot forget about this massive fraud and waste. But my point is, Elon Musk personally experienced what it is like to have character assassination, be maligned, be lied about in the mainstream media and on the left. They called him all kinds of names. They accused him of all kinds of stuff. The mobs in the streets were out setting fire to his factories. They were smashing Tesla cars. Elon Musk knows what it's like to just do the right thing and just get totally, insanely attacked and maligned by the left. He knows what that's like, right? And yet, his ex is doing that exact same thing to the Proud Boys. I'm going to put a link. I endorse and promote the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys are not what Wikipedia says they are. They are not what the left says they are. They are not violent. They are not extremist. They're not racist. They're not any of those things. I don't want to give away any names, so just because, but I met with some Proud Boys recently. I was actually thinking of signing up, but they're really great guys. And the leader of this particular chapter that I met, um, in another state, was actually a Hispanic guy. So they, they were talking about how they take some of their funds and they do charity things, and they'll show up at events and stuff, but not a racist bone in their body, not a violent bone in their body. And frankly, politics is only one of the things that they're interested in. They're kind of interested in financial stuff, and other stuff too, or just parenting, and they talk. It's a men's club. It is a men's club. If you ever watched, in fact, I'll put a link to this video too. There's a video where the founder, Gavin McInnes, it's an old video, but he gets up and he tells what it's all about. And he talks about how in the old days, there used to be America was a country of clubs. And he's right. And it's funny when you think about it. Remember when you used to watch The Honeymooners with Jackie Gleason, or the Flintstones? You know how that always used to go out to, the guys would always go down to the club, like on the Flintstones, they wore the hat with the horn. They go out into the club, or on the Honeymooners, they would go out to their club, right? In the old days, that's men had clubs. You had the Know Nothings and the Shriners Club, and just the Moose Lodge. I mean, you probably remember some of these names, but clubs were a big deal. Just something to do, right? Go hang out. The guys were all members of the club and whatever. But those kind of things sort of disappeared. I mean, you see a Moose Lodge around once in a while, but I mean, who really joins the Moose Lodge? Have you ever woke up any day and say, yeah, I think I'll join the Moose Lodge? Not a lot of people do that. Certainly not a lot of young people. But that was the idea when he created. He goes, America used to have all these clubs. Now they're gone. We want to start a men's club, just dudes, just a club with dudes. And the only thing you need to believe is that Western civilization is the best thing, right? Where the West is the best. And that's all it is. But see, the left, they cannot handle any group that is, first of all, a men's club. I mean, they're just, that's terrible. Of course, you can have women's clubs and gay clubs and minority clubs. They're okay with that. But men who embrace Western civilization and say that Western civilization is the best civilization ever. Oh, you can't have that. Oh, they must be extremists. They must be misogynists. They must be this and that. Oh, and then when they come out in support of conservatives, they must be white supremacists. They must be, and as far as the whole violence things goes, it's bullshit. It's a gigantic lie. So look, they have done what other groups have done. They'll show up, or they used to. They used to show up at places sort of just to say, hey, we're here and this is what we support. And then when they were, I remember seeing this in the news so many times, it pissed me off. Then the left-wing mobs, like your Antifa or your BLM, these really violent mobs, they would attack the Proud Boys. And the next thing you know, there's a scuffle. But when it's reported in the news, it's always the Proud Boys that are the violent ones. But that's a lie. They were just defending themselves. Uh, you know, and if you don't believe me, just look at the news. Look at Charlie Kirk. That's all you need to look at. Is a guy just sitting there wanting to have a conversation and gets shot. And what is the mainstream media is actually trying to make it sound like it's his fault. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? I mean, any conservative who's just minding his own business or being peaceful out there holding a sign, he will get attacked by left-wing mobs. And if it happens to get onto the news will make it sound like it's the conservatives' fault. Doesn't matter whether it's Charlie Kirk, doesn't matter whether it's the Proud Boys, whatever. Abortion, look at it. Recently, that low-life, degenerate Attorney General Alvin Bragg in New York, there was some disgusting pro-choice woman who beat the hell out of some poor pro-life girl, and he dropped the charges on her. You see, that's the signal from the Democrats. You can beat the shit out of conservatives, and there's no consequences for you. And so anyway, I think that my posts about the Proud Boys were what immediately clicked in the Twitter algorithm and the Twitter deep state to get me blocked. That's my guess. Man, and so let me tell you something. If any of you hear this video, if any of you watching this video are on X, I would, man, do something good. Take a few minutes to contact X and say the way that you are about the Proud Boys is all wrong. And just remind Elon Musk that what you're doing to the Proud Boys on X is the same thing that the left-wing mobs did to you with Doge. And why would you want to do that to someone else when you've already experienced the injustice of it being done to you, right? That's what it is. So that's what I think happened to me. So X is way wrong by I mean they've got a serious lock. Their algorithms or whatever it is have a serious lock on anything and everything related to the Proud Boys. I guess maybe Elon Musk just never got around to fixing that or whatever, but anybody who hears this video should try to fix that because it's not right. It's not right and it's unfair. It is just as unfair as it was when Trump was thrown off of Twitter and when all the other conservatives were thrown off of Twitter, and including me. Now I'm off. So anyway, please click all the links in the description of this video. Please remember our theme, Stay the Course. I just finished Stay the Course video number 4. I'll put a link to that. But I have a lot of links in the description, but please click them. And I will see you in the next Great American Video. Adios, muchachos.